Hey, what's up, guys? It is Buckets, and welcome to the very first episode of my Beat Bucket series. So here I'm setting up my first match with my boy Matty Mill. He's a really cool guy, handled everything nicely, so thanks, Matty. But we head into our first match. I sent him I'm basically just showing you guys how this happens, like how we get the game set up. It's just an online friendly. Just send a friend request because it makes it a lot easier to play against you. And when Matty Mill comes in here, he chooses Manchester United. And I was thinking, who should I use back? I thought about Man City just to, replicate the game that happened earlier today. But then I was like, Man City lost that one. So I decided to go with Juventus because they are extremely balanced in the back, in the midfield, and have really good strikers. So right off the bat, Matty Mill was a pretty good player, and he got a free kick right there. Um, and he was going for the win, and I was too. There was a little bit of sweating going on each side. You'll see later in the game, he had a fantastic goal. But here, Vucinic running down the wing, and I try to sneak that one in near post. Probably could have finessed that one in with my right foot, but we don't do everything we want all the time. We get a corner off of that, and Bonucci does not head that one in. He had a pretty good chance. Here, Matty Mill comes flying down with Valencia, plays Van Persie. Bad defending by me, rocked it off the keeper, and Ashley Young's there to clean it up. So he's up 1-0, and here I'm like, I just don't want to give up coins. It comes down to that, and that's what makes me want to win more. But he comes back, Van Persie with crazy strength there, bursting by my defense, but it goes off Gigi's hands. Giovinco here, I have a great chance with him, and he's for some reason switches it to his left foot. Really wanted to hit it with my right there. In this whole game, I did not finish very well, and I'm not going to make excuses, but I really didn't. He didn't really necessarily either. It was a somewhat sloppy game, I guess you could say. There was a lot of missed chances, and I had a ton of corners this game. I mean, when I say a ton, I mean a ton, probably like 10 corners. But Giovinco here, he makes a lot happen up top. It's just his finishing is not very good. So I make a change at halftime. I think I put him on the left side, so I was a little bit frustrated with him. Ashley Young here, he sends in a nice early cross, and Van Persie with a nice little scissor kick attempt. And that's just never going to go in on Gigi right to him. Giovinco again breaking free, but hits it with his left and just soars over the keeper's head and over the bar. And here, I mean, I'm telling you guys, my finishing was awful. Vucinic couldn't put it in, but Pirlo whips it in. Bonucci rises up over the defender and nods it in the 45th minute. So we are tied up with Matty Mill. We no longer owe him coins at this point. As you can see here, the stats at halftime, I guess we're slightly dominating. It's pretty even, though. I guess in shots and possession, we're winning by a little bit. I decided to put Matri up top, take who did I take out? Oh yeah, I took Asamoah out and put Giovinco at the left mid spot. There, Pirlo with a free kick, try to whip it in, get nothing from it. But here, Vidal gets a deflection, and it almost went in. I was going crazy. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. But here, Ashley Young, goal of the match for sure. Van Persie just overhead kicks it, bikes it into almost the upper V. He takes a bow, and I'm not going to complain about that bow because he deserved to take that bow. Just a crazy goal from Matty Mill there. See it again. He hit it with his weaker foot, his right foot, so props to him on that goal. And at this point, I was a little bit worried. I was concerned if I was going to get a goal or not. I was knocking on his door all second half, trying to equalize, getting all these chances. And again, I just could not finish. Here, he kind of lays off Vidal. And I tried to just sneak that one in, but again, poor finishing by me. I just didn't do what I had to do most of the second half. Here, Matri again, my finger slipped and I barely touched the B button here, and then for some reason chipped it. And like I said earlier, it was a pretty sloppy game, at least on my part, and he did miss a few chances as well. But here, Giovinco going down the wing, cuts inside to Marquisio, plays Vucinic. Vucinic right back to Marquisio, cuts inside, and finesses that one in. So we're all tied up in the 87th minute. Marquisio grabs the ball, says, let's go. Let's keep pushing forward. So right off the kickoff, he makes a bit of a mistake dribbling into my defender, Giovinco to Vucinic. Giovinco storming down the wing with all the pace that he can use. And I I slot that right through the defender and the goalkeeper, and Matry finishes the game up for us in the 90th minute. He does get another chance, but he cannot capitalize on it. I was a bit worried at this point. Gigi barely got a touch on that, and then I headed it out, and then he tried another one of those scissor kicks that Van Persie has been attempting this game, but we do win 3-2. So pretty good game, I guess. It wasn't what I planned to do, but it was definitely the result we were looking for, at least. So we don't go for the rematch because that's not what we're gonna do in this series. And I just sent him a message, I think, saying good game and nice bike, because that was a pretty nice goal. And after that goal, I didn't think I was gonna win. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't finish anything, and I was not very happy with my play. But here's the running record: Buckets 1, subs 0. So I am winning in this right now. Please send me a message. My name is Buckets, and I will see you guys later.